Hello you guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute since I last posted, but just bear with me, y'all. I'm working on being a lot more consistent on YouTube. It's just editing these videos can be so tedious sometimes, but I'm working on it. As you can see, I'm rocking some colorful curls in this intro. So if you're interested in knowing how I achieve this look, then continue watching the video. So I'm just sectioning off this part real quick because I'm going to personalize it a little bit. As you could see in the beginning, like I did some braids and I added some rings to it. So you can do that if you want to, but you don't have to. It's not a necessity because that color is popping on its own. So I section off a decent sized piece because my hair's already dry, so I'm not worried about doing smaller sections to have it dry faster. I'm going heavy with the hair paint wax because I want it to be as vibrant as possible. As you can see, it's taking very, very well. And so what I do here is I wrap the hair around the flexi rod, and I'm gonna go over that end piece of hair with my hair because I want it to stay tucked in. That way I don't have to worry about the ends unraveling. And then I kind of just coil it around the flexi rod after that. So that's my method to adding on, to applying flexi rods, to applying perm rods. I coiled it a lot more at the roots than I would have liked. That's why you see the roots of my hair in the beginning being so coiled up. So usually I wouldn't do it that much, but this time I ended up doing it that way. But I'm brushing it in, making sure that the color is well distributed around my hair. I'm wrapping it around the flexi rod, and I'm making sure that those ends are tucked in. Like, those ends must be tucked. I don't understand how people do flexi rods and they don't tuck the ends. Like, I have to tuck the ends or else it's gonna look crazy. So I'm just coiling it, as you can see, and I coil it until it's tight enough at the root and I could just lock it by bending that flexi rod onto the hair, and then it's like secure, super secure. It's not loose or anything. So I'm finishing up this last piece. Another thing too, I feel like the color took so well because I did do it on dry hair as well. So I would definitely suggest doing it on dry hair if you want to achieve this level of vibrance, because there's no water there where the hair would have trouble soaking in anything else. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So definitely suggest doing it on dry hair. So yeah, we're just coiling it at the roots and locking it by pressing that flexi rod over the hair, and boom, it's all dry, y'all. Thing I do want to say is if you plan on going heavy with the hair paint wax like I did, then definitely make sure you give yourself like ample time for your hair to dry and everything, because I didn't go under the dryer at all. I just applied it midday and I slept overnight and I removed it the next morning, and the front of my hair was a little bit damp, but it was still fine. The curls were still cute and everything, but it's not going to be as long lasting because I didn't allow the front to dry as well as it should have. So I'm just undoing it over here. You can kind of tell by the way the curls drop. The curls are super heavy. They're super packed with that hair color. So obviously you're not going to get really soft, fluffy curls. I'm sorry, y'all, that car is really annoying. But yeah, going heavy with the hair paint wax, it will definitely affect the texture of your hair. Not in necessarily a bad way, but it's not going to be as fluffy as it would be if you hadn't have used it, which is completely fine. As long as your hair is fully dry, then the curls will hold. So the flexi rods are all taken down. Whenever I take down like flexi rods or perm rods, I always appreciate my curls like in their fullness because they just look so juicy. So yeah, just definitely make sure that you're priming your fingers with an oil to reduce any frizz. So now my method to separating my curls, I prime my fingers, of course, with an oil, and I pull on the curl and I feel towards my roots to see where the curl separates naturally. And then I bring it down and I just separate each curl, and I kind of coil it as it goes down, and that reduces frizz as well, because any stray hairs, it just bunches back up into that coil. So that's my method to separating my curls. Like if you're watching, you can actually see me feeling around my hair to see where the curls separate naturally, because I get asked that a lot, like, what's your method to separating your curls? Like, just make sure you're feeling around the curl to see where it separates naturally. You can't force your curls apart because that's going to make your hair frizzy. So overall, like, I absolutely love the hair paint wax. I think that for the level of vibrance that my hair had, as bright as it was, like, I think that that's so bomb. It looks like an actual dye job, so I like that about it, but it is really, really messy. So one thing I would do differently next time is I would wear gloves during the application process because my nails were completely ruined. And also, do not wear any light clothes because it will transfer onto your clothes. The color bleeds a lot. If you're sitting in your car, make sure you put something over your head, so if you're wearing a high puff or something, it doesn't rub onto the roof of your car, because that happened to me and the roof of my car is now purple. So just be mindful of that. It is easily transferable because it does wash right out. So what I meant earlier by, like, I coiled the flexi rod at the roots too much is, like, you see how my roots look over there? I don't like my roots looking that way. And usually I wouldn't have coiled the flexi rods as much as I did, but I don't know why I did it like that time. So definitely don't coil it too much. If you feel like it's like properly coiled, just roll it back up, roll it regular, and then you can coil it one more time at the root just to lock it in there, to make sure that the flexi rod is tight and secure. So you guys can see the little braids that I did on the side, and I'm just adding some hair paint wax with like a lip brush, I think, just to color the top of my braids. And I'm going to add some rings right after just to personalize it a little bit. I really like the look of it. Like, I feel like it gives it a really edgy look. So you can do that if you want to, but you don't have to. So now I'm just gonna pick away to give my hair some extra volume. Then I'm gonna lay those edges with my Style Factor edge control. And I think we are about done. This is the outcome. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you could like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.